Hey everybody, I'm so glad you're joining me tonight. Hang on a second. Have to plug in my battery. Voila. Oop. And then I got just a little bit. One moment. Aha. That's better. Good. So I'm really glad you're here. Let me get my perfect. Now I'm ready. It always takes just 3 or 4 different things before we can get anything ready. Isn't that true? So today is, for me, the evening of the first day of the new year. So I'm going to light a candle to remember that for right now, the next few minutes while I do this talk, and remember what we're connected to, something bigger than ourselves, an energy, a flow that's way bigger than we could create for ourselves. Our job is to kind of go with the flow, is to move with how the world works, but we can't see it because our bodies are so busy reacting to what's going on. So every time we take time to recenter and calm down and get level, every time we do that, we're able to think outside the box. We're able to come up with solutions for problems that we thought were impossible and that no one could solve. We're able to read intuitively the community around us and the world around us. Things start to change when we take this time to nourish ourselves, to be connected with that flow. And maybe you call the flow good, orderly direction. Maybe you call the flow higher power or spirit or God. It reminds me of I was at the art museum in Chicago, the Chicago Art Museum, a couple years ago, and they had a beautiful Japanese exhibit. And the thing that struck me were these long tapestries. They were moving tapestries, which were moments in the lives, all of these hundreds or thousands of people's lives that were on this tapestry. It was a moment by moment sort of expression of life. And it was art and it was beautiful. And that's what I think about when I think about the flow, that we are part of a bigger story, a bigger tapestry right this moment. And whether we know it or not, we're connected or being connected to someone or something else. We don't have to be aware of it in order for it to happen. It's happening whether we recognize it or not. And so when you start to recognize it, it looks like a flow. It looks like a tapestry. It looks like a good, orderly direction. It looks like spirit. It looks like a higher consciousness. And that's what we're getting into for today, for tonight. Because when we bring our energies together, when we make that time to be present, all those connections, all those energetic wavelength connections that we have with other people, they magnify and strengthen each other. And it has a way more resonating, regulating, grounding effect on the whole. What you think affects planetary mental health and emotional health. And when you think it at the same time as other people with a passion and a sincerity, it has an even bigger effect. So tonight, New Year's Day, the first day of whatever's next, where so many people, whether they like it or not, are thinking about this day. It's impacting them, it's affecting them. They have emotions around it. We are tuned into a higher consciousness, a higher viewpoint, all of us around the planet. And so use this opportunity to add your version of chicken noodle soup by sending your love, by being in a loving space yourself. Because it not only heals you, it physically, mentally, and emotionally heals the planet. It's pretty cool stuff. So I want you to be at peace. I want you to be creative. I want you to be innovative. I want you to think outside the box. I want you to look for not answer A or answer B, but answer C, D, E, F, G, and H. I want you to feel safe enough and good enough to fail often so that you can really break out and be the woman that you're meant to be. I'm really, really pleased to be sharing this year with you. I'm Rita Hickman. I'm a body mind expert, a shiatsu massage therapist, and I help women who are narcissistic and toxic relationships really understand how they work and get themselves nourished so that they can take the next step they need to take into their innovative, creative, miraculous life. Have a wonderful new year. Namaste.